Hey, how you doing? Scott again. This is 1101 Lunsford. This one is probably about 2 weeks away from being complete and ready to go. Let's go check it out and see what stage it's at, what all needs to be done. Let's go. So this house is about 2 weeks away from being done. And as you can see right now, what we have is one coat of stain and poly on the floors. We have the house is pretty much painted. Some of the trim might need another coat, but it's pretty much done. So now what we're doing is we're going for finals. So we'll call up the plumber, the HVAC guy, and electrician, which I have the same HVAC and electrician, so it makes it nice. And they'll come through and they'll start filing out. In which case we'll buy the light fixtures, which are going to be delivered shortly. They'll install them and do all the things they need to get past the final punch list, past the inspection. So everything's pretty good condition right now. At least people will be able to see what the house is. This house is on the market, but I usually leave that decision up to the realtor. It really depends on your market and what kind of condition the house is when you want to list it. You don't necessarily want to list it too early. The reason being that people might get turned off and then they have this mental image of this house that might be dirty or ugly under construction, and then they won't be able to make that emotional attachment. So I like to leave that decision up to the realtor because they know the market the best, so they know what the buyers are looking for and what might turn them off. And so they have a pulse of that. So that for this house, for example, it's on the market and has been for the last month or so. And the reason is that this neighborhood is relatively hot, and so people are more likely to buy these houses quicker, and therefore they're able to look past more. And not only that, but almost every house that they're going to be buying in this neighborhood is going to be a remodel anyway. So this way, this kind of gets it out in the market. People can get ready to buy it, or at least think about what's out in the market and available. Okay. This house is also in the same neighborhood as that house in Everett. And for this house, however, we didn't do all that big of a addition because of the way that the market is. We want to kind of inch up the price points and inch up the amount of square footage to a house. You know, you don't want to go to a neighborhood and go from 1,000 feet to 2,000 feet, or go from $150,000 to $300,000. Because anytime a market jumps like that, then people get nervous. It's going to be very difficult to sell. And so this house, we've got it on the market for about $185,000. It's about 1,100 square feet. And all we did basically is we kept it the same. We did not gut this house. And we just kind of made the layout a little bit friendlier and yuppified it, so to speak, by getting rid of the carpet, refinishing the floors. And then what we did is this had a bad addition over here, so we had to remove the addition. And so that's why this one's not as far along. And so we made this, we're going to tile this. This is going to be the laundry room. And so we just made this more part of the house, whereas before it was clearly an addition. It was a bad one. It had a flat roof. And then we moved it out here to the deck. We added the deck. And then as you see, there's a nice backyard. Again, something that I always look for is the things that you can improve. The trees and the backyard and the privacy is something that you can't always buy. But it's nice and something to factor into when you do buy a house is what is its intrinsic value. Not necessarily what can you make it, but what is its intrinsic value as far as trees and location go. So this is Lunsford, and it should be complete in about 2 weeks. Thank you very much.